very authentic rain. So unfortunately, recently in Japan, some areas have very heavy rain and many places floods, and many of flood victims is very tragedy. So natural disaster. So.
I understand. Is your area affected by the flooding?
Our area is lucky, so not so damaged. So, but and my area is this summer is so hot, but today is very cool. So sometimes I welcome the rain, but other areas not so.
Oh, I understand. So there are really a lot of changes when it comes to the weather situation, not only in your country but also mine.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, but I really hope that you and your family will continuously remain healthy in spite of the weather situations. As I know, during the summer season, it will be hot and humid, especially in Japan, right?
Yes. I can stand
Okay.
this hot summer. So.
I understand. But it's Thursday today, Yoshi-san, so you are going to have your hobby day, right?
Yes, very cool beers help me. So this kind of hot weather.
Oh, I see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining my class again. So, before we start with our main lesson, let me check if you can hear me and see me well today.
Nothing. Today is a very good condition. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow, that's good to know. So, let's then get started on our lesson from Conversational American English, and the title is On Strike.
Yes, on strike. So,
So, let's take a look at the picture, and please tell me what you can see from this one.
okay. In this picture, I can see that many people stage a demonstration on the main street. They clamor their demands. Top of the line, there's 4 policemen, and they control this demonstration. Policemen wearing the black cap and fluorescent colors uniform, and one of them is woman policeman, and it's a tightly organized demonstration. I believe this town is London. I've been to London once, but I remember this kind of atmosphere. So over there on the street, I can see the double-decker sightseeing bus and visitors, and also very historical building. So many of the people who participant of this demonstration are old men. I can read a placard's catch, and this is the demand of their pension. Respective old men shout that demand, having the placard and the banners. So it's a very nice weather. People's shadow is very clear on the roads, so it's a very nice day, this kind of demonstration. That's all.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for always looking at each detail to say many sentences about what you see in the picture.
Thank you.
So, do you have any question from here, Yoshi-san?
No questions.
No question. Okay, how about in your country's case? Have you seen any demonstration just like what you see from the picture?
When I was young, this kind of demonstration is very common, but almost 5 decades in Japan we don't have this kind of demonstration. So
Oh,
I
wow,
don't
that's
know
good.
that reason. So maybe the Japanese economy is decreased. So many of the workers realize employees are more important than the salaries. So maybe that's one reason for stopping this kind of demonstrations.
Oh, I understand. Thank you so much for giving more details of my question. So let's do exercise 2 now. We are going to read the dialogue. So can you please read the A part first? I'll do the letter B.
Okay, why is the street closed here? Yeah, this is so unfortunate. We are in a hurry.
There seems to be some sort of commotion on the next block.
Yeah, I can hear the noise and shouts.
It sounded like screams to me.
So what should we do now? Do you think we should investigate?
Not at all. I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
We should not get involved in other people's disputes.
I guess you are right. My mother always tells me to mind my own business.
I agree with your mother. That's a good advice. Okay, now we do switch roles. I'll do the A part now.
Okay,
Why is the street closed here? This is so unfortunate. We are in a hurry.
there seems to be some sort of commotion in the next block.
Yeah, I can hear the noise and shouts.
It sounds like a scream to me.
So what should we do now? Do you think we should investigate?
Not at all. I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
We should not get involved in other people's disputes.
I guess you were right. My mother always tells me to mind my own business.
I agree with your mother. That is a good advice.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Everything clear so far, Yoshi-san?
No question. But I have about your youth. So your condition not so good recently. So I read your information from the your
Yeah,
company.
bulletin?
Yeah. Yes. Are you okay now?
Yes, I'm okay now. Actually, starting June 28 up to July 4, I had my vacation. But after coming back from my vacation, I had conjunctivitis. So my eyes were really swollen and bulging. But right now, I'm okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much for asking and for your concern.
Yeah. I'm a little worried about your condition. So.
Oh, thank you very much for that. So, let's now do exercise 3, Yoshi-san.
Okay.
All right, so we will do the vocabulary review. You are going to read the following words and expressions used in the dialogue, and after that, you're going to make your own sentence for that.
Okay. Commotion, the act of making a noisy disturbance. So my hometown is a sightseeing spot, kind of garden city. So there's a very famous castle, and it's a national treasure. So it's a remnant of our ancestors' feudal road. So the daytime is so crowded for the many of visitors, but usually nighttime is very quiet. But 2 or 3 times in the year, midnight, so the young motorbike rider around running that bike. So it's so commotion. So and sometimes chasing police car with siren. That's disturbance of our silent night. That's all.
I understand. So even if your city is beautiful, but there are still instances about these kind of people who uses the noisy motorbikes, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I understand. It's also the same in my city. Okay, how about number 2, please?
Dispute to global anxiety. So recently the most important dispute is Ukraine invade by Putin. So it's almost 500 days continue this tragedy. So and it's still continue. So atmosphere. So I guess Putin realize soon his decision is failed, but he can't stop this war anymore because if the Putin lose this war, Putin definitely arrested after that. That's all.
Oh, wow, that's really a good example. So we cannot really have a clear situation of if this war would really end very soon or not, right?
It's a very difficult. So
Very difficult.
yeah.
Okay, number 3, please.
Okay. To mind on business, to keep our attention on one's own concern or matters. So I remember some night. So on the bright street, right streets, and some drunkard persistently say to some woman, "I'll take you home." But after that, I respect her attitude. He said that, so the resolutely mind your own business. That's all.
Oh, that's very important. For each individual, we respect the privacy, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you very much for giving a wonderful example for each word and expression. Now we are going to have the exercise 4. This will be the comprehension questions.
Okay.
So, number 1, where did the conversation take place?
It's on the city's street. It's a very crowd heart of this city.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, very good. Number 2, what did A and B feel about the commotion?
Speaker has a very strong curiosity, so that he want to investigate cause of quarrel. But the speaker B is a very sober person, so that he said he don't want to involve in other people commotions. That's all.
Oh, yes, that's wonderful. So how about in your case, Yoshi-san, which do you want, to investigate or just to be sober and just observe? Don't want to be get involved.
I'm half. So I have also the curiosity, and I want to see that kind of commotion. But keep a very distant, safety distance. So, and I watch that kind of dispute, and but not involved in distance. So.
I understand. Wow. So I think that would be a good way, even if you have the curiosity, but at least you don't want to get involved with it, so you keep your
Yeah,
distance,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so number three, have you ever witnessed a strike? And what was the strike about?
I'm working for the NTT very long time. So then the summer period, I nominate the leader of the branch union. So and at that time, I lead some kind of strike because that order is from the upper level of our leaders. So, but I do the demonstrations, but not so long. It's maybe the half days, and at that time we get very good negotiation. So that's all.
Oh, I understand. But as what you have mentioned, right now, it's not very common in your country anymore, right?
Yes. So
Oh, I think that is really a good one because people are really valuing their time and work. So even if they don't appreciate the company or their boss, still they are thinking about their future. So they will just continue working.
yes. Recently, the union and administrators so
Mhm.
is a very good uh, talking. So maybe they don't necessarily stage a demonstration because our president union side always because
Oh, okay.
they want to increase the Japanese economy so that they understand the labor need more money. So then that's completely change the situation from my days. So that it's for my days it's always conflict the administration or labor. So but recently they talk each other and get a good
Good communication.
yes, it's communication, yes.
Wow, that's sympathetically aware of other people's feelings. So it's like a give and take situation,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Wow, that's good. And number four, do you avoid other people's quarrels?
Uh,
Why?
I don't want to involve in other people quarrel because at that quarrel times both of person conduct is just their emotions. It's completely out of the rational thinking. So I want to participate in sober dispute, but don't want to emotional dispute. That's all.
I understand. So we have our own private lives and we don't necessarily get involved in other people's quarrel or commotion.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, and number five, have you ever been involved in other people's quarrels and why?
It's a very rare case, but my days in child, once I involved in my friend's quarrel, so I want to intervene for their quarrel, but some my friend fist, fist hit my face. It's a very accidental, but I at that time I involved in that kind of quarrels. So, but it's only one time. So then I learned a lot. So getting old, I don't approach near so other people quarrel. So that's all.
I understand. So you were still young during that time. So maybe the intention is not to go in between those people, but you want them to reunite and be friends again.
Yeah.
Is that so? Oh, wow. I think you're really a good friend for both that person.
Yeah.
Okay, let's now go to perspectives. You have to say you agree or disagree, and please explain why.
Okay. Strike is one of the best way to fight for employees, right? So I think it's the best way just strike, but definitely the one strong weapon for laborers. So that's all.
Mhm. Oh, I understand. Yes, that could be a good way for you to get your rights. But however, there are still other ways to express it, right?
Yes.
Okay, how about number two?
Always mind your own business. So this sentence is almost right, but not always. Because
Okay.
some case we need medicine. So for example, it's a case of child abuse or one older person have involved in the serious trouble. So that we need, at that time we need some medicine. So that's all.
I understand. Wow, you have given a concrete example. There are cases that we have to get involved in some commotions, as what you have mentioned. If there would be child abuse, or if old people have gotten to a difficult situation. So, as someone who cares for them, we can go and settle, right? Middle person.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yes, we are already done with this lesson material. Any question perhaps, Yoshi-san?
No question. But I heard you have a long vacation, so where? So and what that impression? Please talk me.
Okay, so yes, I actually went to my family and I went to my father's hometown, and that is at Surigao. So it was like 4 to 5 hours drive from my city.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the beach that you can see at my background is the places that I have been to. So before the pandemic, we always go there once a year. But after that, it would be in every 2 years.
You have a very
So
good time. So.
yes, that's right. I was able to see my relatives again. We had a reunion, so that's the reason why I went on a vacation. But after that, as I mentioned, I contracted conjunctivitis. It was because some of my relatives have conjunctivitis too, and it was passed through my relatives,
Mm,
including me. So I had to suffer for it for about 5 or 6 days, I think. So my eyes are really bulging.
mm. Is cause of the planes in the sea or something?
I'm sorry?
It's your I travel is for the vacation period.
Yes, that's right. It was on the vacation period.
Okay.
So, but I was able to enjoy my vacation because I got along with my relatives. But then I had to wear the sunglasses in order for my eyes not to be seen by other
Mm,
people.
okay, I understand. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for listening and for your concern, Yoshi-san. I really hope that you'll be able to enjoy, especially it's almost summertime in your country. Stay safe always.
You too. Thank you very much. Bye
Thank
bye.
you and see you. Bye-bye.